Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of Great Milestone. They're doing it well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the elect of the one-third. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah. Come back at you with another video through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. And today, this will be a quick hit going in on the Sabbath day. All right, when it comes in and how to keep it. All right, so let's get directly into it. So within the Wacky Tacky Christian Church, they teach you that the Sabbath comes in from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Now, the word Friday and the word Saturday, neither of those words, neither is there any other so-called name for the days of the week found within the scriptures. The days that, the days of a year, all right, according to our people, the nation of Israel, was just numbered. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, so on and so forth. All right? Same with the months. There was no name for the months. All right? It was just numbers. All right? So what these wacky-tacky Christians believe is that the Sabbath comes in from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Let's examine that through these scriptures. Sirach 43 and verse 6, because the Sabbath comes in accordance with the new moon. That's what it's all about. Amos, the 8th chapter, and the 5th verse. Instead of verse 4. It says, "Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn?" So the new moon, when the new moon comes in, what is that? It's a Sabbath. All right. Now, there is no buying and selling on the Sabbath. You can't cook on the Sabbath. All right. You can't light a match or light a flame on the Sabbath. All right. Really, you're not even supposed to work on the Sabbath day. But of course, we know that we're in captivity. We're in slavery. Scripture speak about in the book of Judges, the 5th chapter, that in the place of drawing waters, they shall rehearse the righteous acts. All right? The place of drawing waters representing slavery. This is the land of our captivity. And even yet to this day, we're still in it. All right? And it speaks about us rehearsing the righteous acts. Because it's just a rehearsal. During a rehearsal, you're going to get stuff wrong. What do? You try to strive for perfection. Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, who are the members of the Lord's elect. The noise of the archers represents what? Those ICBMs, the missiles. Right? In the places of drawing water, meaning in the land of their captivity, the main land of our captivity is over here in America. There, because drawing water represents slavery. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. And that's twofold. One, we're rehearsing it by way of saying it, all right? And also we're rehearsing by actually performing, by actually trying to keep it to the best of our ability. It's just a rehearsal, all right? We're not going to be able to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments and high holy days perfectly until the kingdom of heaven, all right? Even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages in Israel, then shall the people of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI go down to the gates. Let's jump back from there, or rather from there, to the book of Amos. Amos, the 8th chapter, and verse 4. "Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone?" Yeah. Why? That we may sell corn. So here it is, when the new moon came in, Jake knew that they're not able to buy or sell. So Jake wanted to sell, but the new moon was present. It was during the day when the new moon was in, which is what? A Sabbath day. So like, dang, we can't buy or sell because it's a Sabbath. You see? And the Sabbath, you see, that we may set forth wheat. Yeah, because they wanted to sell it. Making the ephah small and the shekel great. In other words, they were doing what? And falsifying the balances by deceit. They were playing with the scales. Here it is, you're They're playing with the scale, so you end up paying more money, but you're getting less of what you originally wanted. Why? Because they messed with the scales. See? So when will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat? So on the Sabbath day there is no buying and selling. So Jake saw that the new moon was present, which is a Sabbath day, and they knew that, oh dang, we can't buy or sell. We gotta wait for the next day. All right? We have to wait for evening that we may buy or sell when the Sabbath is done. All right? Everything goes in accordance with the new moon, which the word month goes back to the word moon. And it even tells you that in the book of in the Apocrypha. And it tells you the same when you look up the etymology of the word moon. All right? Let me show you. So we're going to go into this, the etymology of the word moon. Moon, it says, a heavenly body which revolves around the earth monthly. Let's go down some. It says, I'll read the whole thing. Try to read it kind of fast. Middle English mon, from Old English mona, from Proto-Germanic menon, source also of Old Saxon and Old High German mano, Old Frisian mona, Old Norse mani, Danish main. Just gonna give you a list of other languages and how they say it. It says from P-I-E menet, Salakia, menses, moon, comma, month. You see? Now let's look up the word month. Month. This is really what I wanted here. Now remember here, which it links right up anyways, month, 1/12th part of a year, of the 12 parts into which the calendar year is arbitrarily divided. Let's go into this word arbitrarily, which means without restraint in the use of authority, on the basis of random choice or personal whim rather than any reason or system. It says, Old English moneo, which sounds familiar, right? From Proto-Germanic menoth, Old Saxon manoth. Now when you hop back, that's what I'll do. I'll put this in another tab. And we're going to do this. All right, so this is moon right here, right? So here, it is here. All right, now this is month, and then in that other tab we have the word moon. Now, in the Old English, the word for month is moneo. Now, in the Old English, the word for month is monet. You see, they're highly similar. Now, when you go deeper into the word month, it says, which is related to menon, moon. You see? So that word month goes back to the word moon. Menon, menon. See if we can find it in here. Here it is here. Proto-Germanic menon. See? Which is moon. And that's where you get the word month. The word month, all right, is derived from the word moon. Let's look it up. What is the word, or rather, where did the word month come from, right? And I'll show you, it says the exact same thing in the scriptures. Etymology, from Middle English, month. Month, from Old English, monab, month, from Proto-Germanic, month. All right? Menops, month. It says from Proto-Indo-European, mens, moon, comma, month. You see, so it's associated the word moon with the word month, because that's where you get that word month from. All right? So now, what I want to do is go to the Apocrypha, Sirach 43, and it'll tell you directly that in the scripture. Sirach 43 and 6, he made the moon, talking about the Most High Yahawah, about Shem YAHAWASHI, he made the moon also to serve in her season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. What is the perfection of the moon? That's known as a full moon. A light that decreases, and it says a light, because the moon has its own light. All right, Esau comes with this pseudoscience. Oh, we see the moon don't got no light, but the sun, its rays bounce off the moon and reflects on the earth. That's BS. The scripture says in Genesis, the first chapter, that the Lord Yahweh Baal Shem YAHAWASHI's powers created two lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. The moon has its own light. It says, from the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. What is the decreasing known as? Waning. All right? Waning. And what is the increase known as? That's known as waxing. When it's going to a full moon, it's waxing. When it's decreasing, or is known as when it's waning, which is when you get closer and closer to the new moon, which is when there's no moon in the sky. All right? And the full moon comes in on the 14th day. All right? It says the month is called after her name. See? So the word month goes back to the word moon. The month is called after her name. See? Now here, what I have pulled up is month comes from. Now, when I type this in, month comes from, and then look at the results. All right? Month comes from moon. You see? On Google it says a month is a unit of time used with calendars, which is approximately as long as a natural period related to the motion of the moon. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's read that again. A month is a unit of time used with calendars, which is approximately as long as a natural period related to the motion of the moon. Month and moon are cognates. Cognates means they're associated. They're related. Cognate, related, associated. You see? It says, of a word having the same linguistic derivation, Salakia, as another. Related, connected. You see? Because the word month goes back to the word moon. You see? And how do you know what month you're in? By the new moon, or rather by the moon, by the phases of the moon. That's how you know what day you're in. That's how you know when the Sabbath day comes in. That's how you know what month you're in, through the moon. All right? The traditional concept arose with the cycle of moon phases. That's exactly what we read out the Apocrypha, Sirach, the 43rd chapter. All right? Let's read that again. Sirach 43 and 6, he made the moon also to serve her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing, that's known as waxing, wonderfully in her changing. Yeah. All right. Increasing wonderfully in her changing. It takes 14 days for it to become a full moon. All right. That's when it's filled with light. That's when you see the whole moon. After that begins waning. All right. It says, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. Let's go back. It says, the traditional concept arose with the cycle of moon phases. Such months, lunations, are Sinitic months and last approximately 29.5 days. See? So the concept of a month goes back to the moon. All right? As a as a calendrical period, the month is derived from the lunation. The lunation. In example, the time elapsing between successive new moons or other phases of the moon. You see? So the moon is where it all goes back to. That's where you get your calendar system from. It's supposed to go back to the moon. All right? Let's go back. So that's so you know when the Sabbath comes in. It comes in on the new moon. 7 days from then is another Sabbath day. And that continues to go on 7 days from then, which is 14 days from when the new moon first came in, is another Sabbath day until the new moon comes again. All right? Sirach 43:6. He made the moon, and the Sabbath day changes. So one day it could be a Sunday. All right, Sunday evening to Monday evening. It could be a Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening. Sometimes it falls on Friday evening to Saturday evening. It depends on the new moon. All right. Let's read verse 7 again. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. All right. Because first you have what? First you have the new moon, 14 days from then. You have a full moon, 14 days from then. You have a new moon all over again. It's about 29 and a half days, which is the lunar cycle. All right. It says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her perfection. It's like in her changing. All right. It takes 14 days for it to become full, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. Yeah, talking about the moon. All praises, honors, and glories be unto YAHAWAH, Baal Shem Yahawashi, Baal Shem QADASH. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of Great Milestone. They're doing it well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the elect of the 1/3. Shalom. Barak Akim. Shalom.